Hey everybody, Vonstapler here, and I just wanted to bring you something new and exciting and awesome in the gaming community. This is a game called Kerbal Space Program, and it's a free game that's still in really heavily in development. You can get it on KerbalSpaceProgram.com. It's free and awesome, and I just wanted to show you guys what it is, talk about it. It's really cool, and it has a lot of possibilities for being an awesome game. So let's get started. So, as you can see, it's pretty basic at the moment, but I'm sure eventually they'll add more buildings and all that good stuff. But the basic premise of the game is you build rockets in here, and you test them out here, and you can, try and make it as high as you can go. Now, the basic controls. Now, if you look here, you can see there are a bunch of things. Now, in the actual game when you get it, there aren't as many of these. There's only this one, the liquid fuel engine, the fuel tank, and the fuel booster for rockets. You only have this and this. A bunch of these are new, whatever, or most of these except for this one parachute. But basically the reason I have those is I found them because there's this big modding community, and it's really easy to install the mods, especially the new item mods, because when you download the game, you actually get a folder with a bunch of folders in it, and the ksp.exe file. One of the folders in there is called, parts. Yeah. And it's just full of folders of just files of parts, whatever. And so all you have to do is download, say I want the Ion Engine. I just download the Ion Engine file, open it in WinRAR, and it has the Ion Engine file inside it. I just dragged that into the parts file, and that's it. No altering things, just dragged that one in. So let me show you how this works. So this is your basic capsule. This contains the 3 Kerbal knots. I'm assuming they're called that. Yeah, Kerbal knots, definitely. And excuse me if this is loud, there's really no way for me to turn this down. It's still really basic. So hopefully I won't have to yell too much, and if it gets too loud, I'll zoom out, which allows me to be quiet, or have it be quiet. But yeah, this is the basic place. Now what I'm going to do is show you just one of the most basic rockets you can do. Now, so I have this. I want my Kerbals to be able to get down safely, so I get the Mark 16 parachute, which sits right there and forms this nice little nose cap. Then I go here to structural and aerodynamic and get this. This is a stack decoupler. This is what allows you to separate what your rocket ship is doing at any one point. So you can see in number 0, or 00, I have this, which is this part, and the parachute, which is a part and an action. So when I press space, the parachute will deploy. Now here, you can see I have this decoupler signal, or logo, insignia thingy. So basically when I press space on turn 1, it will decouple from this and allow this to go free. Now, I'm going to go with, right now, just the basic stuff that comes with the game. So here we have the solid fuel booster. Now, this is really all you need for a rocket. It's not going to be a really effective rocket. It's not going to be a really awesome rocket, but it'll do. So, if we go to launch, you can see it sitting here, and itty-bitty, but it is still a rocket. Now, what I'm going to do, you press space to activate the rocket, but what I'm going to do before that is press T, which activates the SAS, which is the spin arrest system, which there's actually one in here. It's basically a giant gyroscope, or the idea is it's a giant gyroscope that keeps your rocket facing pretty much straight up. Now, for a rocket this size, the one that's in here in the command module is fine, but when you get into the larger ones, you actually have to start installing your own larger ones, and multiple of them. So, without any further ado, let's go. Space. Whee! And as you can see, as long as you can still hear me, I'm going to zoom out a little bit farther, actually. Whatever. We have right here the meters per second. Now, what's happening is I've reached about as fast as I'm going to go. Over here, also, you can see in this dial my fuel has compared to my overheating. Now, the rocket is out, and I'm going to continue upward until, of course, gravity brings me back down. But before that, what I want to do is press space to decouple. You can see I just pressed space and it let go. And now, I'm going to deploy the parachute. And if I let it go all the way back down, it will, of course, go all the way back down. Should I? It'll take it a little while. Whatever, I'll do one safe landing. Whee! So, of course, we have the 3 Kerbal knots as well. There's Bill Kerman, Bob Kerman, and Jebediah Kerman. Now, I say that in my order of favors. Jebediah being the most awesome Kerman, or Kerbal knot that has ever existed at any point. It is almost impossible to freak him out. He is amazing. Utterly amazing. And, I mean, I've been in positions where the rocket's just spinning and doing loops and flipping out, and he's like, ain't nothing but a thing. There we go. Parachute has deployed fully. And we are slowly coming back down. So you can see, of course, you have their different moods that are shown by their smiling, their kind of freaked outness, or if he does it, you can see here he's, kind of just mortified at the falling. But if you put them under a lot of G's, it will eventually, they'll like freak out and be like, ah! It's amazing. But there we go, touching down, nice and safe. And I'm just sitting there. Yay! I can kind of make the lander bump around. Oh, that's cool. Whee! That makes perfect logical sense. I have a gyroscope that big would have to take up the entire space. Oh well. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway, then I'm going to press escape, end flight, and you can see the flight events. Separation stage 1 confirmed, collided with launch pad, I don't care. Now they endured 64.3 Gs on takeoff, we traveled 9,027.6 meters, and we covered 53.8 meters in distance. Highest speed was 170.4 meters per second. Highest altitude achieved was 4,541. And it took 3 hours and 9 minutes. Alright, so let's build something cooler. Now, you might be saying, well, what's to stop me from going like, this? Doop-a-doo. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Boop-a-doo. I mean, this ought to work perfectly, right? I mean, it's rockets and stages and rockets and stages and rockets and stages and rockets and stages. But the problem that you run into is weight is a serious factor in this game. So, if I go to launch this, again, I really wish there was... Is there a way to... I don't think there's a way to turn down the volume. Oh well. If I go to launch this, nothing happens. I can just sit here. It does not have enough thrust to get me off the ground. Now if I press space again, I can take off. Whee! And that is pretty cool if you ask me. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Oh dear God. Oh, that's pretty awesome. And as you can see, I mean, I'll reach flight eventually. Now what I'm going to do this time is go back. Let me see. I really want to see if... Nope. Nope, there is no options menu. Damn it. I really want to turn down the volume, but I can't. Ah! Now, what do you do to combat the whole weight thing? Well, you can have multiple rockets flying at any one time. Now, to best demonstrate this, I have this one's called the Untitled. I meant to name it, but I didn't. It is the star or the Death Star of David. Come on. Oh, there we go. Now, you may be wondering, why is it called that? Well, if you look at it from straight up, I can't now. Shit. Okay, let's launch it and see. You'll see why. Now, you can see that's a much more complex rocket, but if I look straight down at it, it's a Star of David, which is pretty cool. I'm going to activate the SAS modules, which you can see I have one on top of every one of these rockets to keep it stable. So, I'm going to zoom way out, and launch. Now, I'm not going to talk because this is really loud, but you can see what's going on. A little bit quieter. Hopefully you can hear me over some of this at least. But as you can see, the Death Star of David is an incredibly effective rocket. It's traveling right now at 254 meters per second, and it's not quite on its last stage. Now as soon as those rockets run out, it detaches. Oh, and it blows up. I need to give it a little bit more time before that, but basically I just blew up the fuel tanks right behind me by igniting the thing. But that is one of my designs. Now, another one that I came up, this one actually with a friend, is the Titan 1. Now, if we take a close look at it, it's a little bit intimidating. It is. Basically, here we have the module and all that. We have a fuel tank and a big, heavy rocket exhaust. A decoupler, a bunch of SAS modules, some heavy-duty SAS modules that I downloaded, and some fuel tanks and such, wings, jets, 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 more jets, 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 jets. This one is pretty effective. It gets higher up than the Death Star of David. Again, I'll zoom way out, and I hope this isn't too loud. I don't know how to turn this down, but alright, we will be launching in 3, 2, 1, and see, it's lost most of its jets, but these main three, which I have no control over, are being very effective. Then there's the central spine. Oh, I just detached. Why did I just detach? What the? I think I must have destroyed some of my rocketry. Oh well. As you can see, the main capsule is now picking up speed, but sadly dropping off. I don't know quite why, but it's okay. Because this allows you to see me fly through space at 16,000 meters. Oh. I accidentally engaged the, this. But now for the final. Okay, as you can see, we made 14.4 Gs, which, if you weigh 200 pounds at 1 G, that means you'll weigh over, what, 2,800 at 14 G, which is impressive and terrifying. But as you can see, there are a bunch of flight events. You know, we have a bunch of things colliding with each other and all that, but that's okay. That is okay. Oh. And flight. The vehicle assembly building. Now, my pride and joy at the moment is the Titan II. This ship has actually allowed me to reach escape velocity, which is impressive. It takes a long time to get there, but it is amazing. So, I figure I'll show you this, then I'll fast forward and such. I will be taking on the persona of a suave pilot and such. But yeah, I'll just basically show you what this thing does when it reaches escape velocity. Because I've gotten to the point where I start to speed up again after I escape Kurth's gravity well, but I've never really taken it all that long, and I figure I can just, you know, fast forward and leave this sitting for a long time and see what happens. So, let's do this. This is your captain speaking. We are bound for, we are actually bound directly for the sun, if you can see it, actually. Today we will be flying at approximately 2,000 kilometers per second for the speed of about 15 minutes, or for the time of about 15 minutes. I hope you have a comfy night rest. Houston, we are ready for takeoff, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Actually, nope, never mind. It's gone. We're good. Separation successful. All systems are go. Meters above the surface of the planet. Folks, we are reaching our cruising velocity of approximately 2,000 meters per second. Approaching, as you can see, the... Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Approaching the sun. Oh, full thrust once again. On our trip, we will have our in-flight entertainment. We actually have brought Carrot Top along. This will actually be his last live footage, as he is the reason that we are traveling to the sun. Other than that, we have Hypersleep that will allow you to sleep or speed through the approximately 40-year trip. And hope you enjoy your stay. We are at half fuel at the moment, and we will actually be just cruising on momentum in approximately, probably 45 seconds. This is your captain speaking, and I hope you enjoy your ride. Alright, folks, this is your captain speaking. We are now bingo fuel. I'm going to be detaching the, cabin capsule, and we are free floating. There's a beeping sound. I don't know quite what it is, but it's okay, because there's really nothing that anything can do to us at the moment. We will be traveling along. The acceleration, or the 1.4 Gs that you were feeling from the acceleration, is no longer there, as you can tell, because we are actually losing, we are slowly losing speed at the point that you will be feeling weightless at the moment. We are currently heading at just over 1,800 meters per second. I hope you enjoy your flight. The stewardesses will be bringing around free drinks, and I hope you enjoy your flight. I'll be back in a moment. Hey everybody, this is your captain speaking, and if you look at the accelerometer on the back of the seat in front of you, you will see that we are now just under 900. Or we are now traveling at just under 900 meters per second. Now, once we get down to approximately 450 meters per second, you will see that deceleration that's occurring right now begin to slow down and then eventually stop as we leave the gravity well of the planet below us, Earth, and enter the gravity well, I believe, of the Sun. Now, here's Carrot Top right now. I'm going to shut the cabin door and not speak and turn off the microphone until he is done. I hope you enjoy the show. This is your captain speaking once again. I hope you all enjoyed Carrot Top's ranting and puppetry. Ugh. Anyway, we are approaching the 870,000 meter mark. Which puts us approximately, let me find the Sun, several million meters away. But it will be okay, because Carrot Top is here, and he's not going anywhere. Anyway, I'm going to sit back, relax. Nothing's really going to happen to us unless we get hit by an asteroid, in which case, well, there's not much I could do at that point. So if the stewardess could bring me a jacket and coat, I would be incredibly appreciative. Alright, have a great trip. This is your captain speaking once again. If you happen to see that blonde stewardess, please tell her that I am sorry for what I said, and that if she could bring the entire bottle of Jack, that would be amazing. In other news, you can see we're traveling at 1,315 and up meters per second at the moment, and that number is only going to increase as we approach our doom in the Sun. Don't know what you guys did to piss off whatever countries you're from, but, well, you have a long time to say your prayers. This will be, well, if we don't run out of food first, this will take a long time. Alright, I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Alright folks, we are back. I actually drowsed off at the wheel. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but as you can see, we are now at 400 meters and dropping. We are actually out in the ocean, so we may all end up dead anyway. I'm surprised we didn't actually make it to the Sun. But, well, we did, we did. We did, in fact, drop Carrot Top out of the airlock, at, the 400,000 foot mark. And this trip has taken approximately 36 minutes, rather than the approximated, 20 years that was initially. But, there we are, folks. Welcome back to Earth. Hope you had a great flight, and hope you fly, Kerbal Space Lines once again. Have a good one.